Hi, my name is Kevin Fernandez and welcome to my channel, Genie. Today I'm going to do something a little different. We're still doing our top 10s list, but I'm not going to count down my top 10 favorite games or whatever. I'm going to be counting down my top 10 favorite board game related things. And today I want to talk about my top 10 favorite board game artists. I always feel like a lot of the times artists get like a stiff end in this, but there's a lot of really good artists out there, and a lot of them have done artwork for board games. So I feel like we need to give credit where credit is due. So I'm trying out this new thing. Now, one of the things I'm going to do is when I talk about a certain artist, I probably won't put a picture of them up because some of them usually are anonymous. Some of them are not. But I feel like it would be better if I just show you images from some games that they did artwork for, so that way you can really see what I mean when I talk about these artists' artwork. So, without further ado, let's count down. Okay, so number 10 is Oliver Barrett. Now, this one is there. This is going to be the only one on this list that really is only going to have one game connected to it, but in a way, it's still multiple games. Oliver is the artist behind, or at least one of the artists behind the Unmatched artwork that we all kind of are very fond of, and of course, I'll put like some of his artwork there. I really do like the artwork in Unmatched. It is phenomenal. It is great. The latest craze I like is the Unmatched Houdini versus the Genie. I think the artwork in that is just so beautiful, so gorgeous. It is definitely worth deserving of this praise. It is really good. Yeah, I think he's very talented, a very talented artist, and I really do hope that he will be his artwork will be known for different projects. Other than that, but let's face facts, Unmatched is a pretty big one. So number 10, Oliver Barrett. Okay, so number 9 is Beth Sobel, and she is famous specifically for the artwork in the games Wingspan and Cascadia. And if you've seen Wingspan, chances are a lot of you have seen Wingspan. It is gorgeous. The detail on those birds, the artwork on Cascadia is very beautiful too. These are both two very beautiful games with very beautiful artwork. The covers of the boxes alone are just phenomenal. It is so cool. Beth, you should be very proud of what you've accomplished with this. This is phenomenal. I can't say this enough. You should check out both these games just to see the artwork. So number 9, Beth Sobel. Okay, number 8. I'm gonna have a little bit of hard time pronouncing this, but so I do apologize if I did butcher this, if I said this wrong. Rami Batty. And if you've never heard of this artist before, I don't know if any of these artists that I've been mentioning, you've heard of them, but this person is mostly known for the games Here to Slay and Happy Little Dinosaurs. You know, the stuff from Unstable Games. The artwork in this is very good. They got like this cutesy little artwork, but you know, it gets pretty intense and pretty violent, so it's got some intensity too. I like that, the combination of cute and intense. It's a pretty good one. They've done Rami's done some pretty cool artwork. Plus, I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe also did some artwork on some of their t-shirts in T-Turtle. Really cool, really great. Number 8, Rami Batty. Okay, so number 7 is Catherine Hamilton. And Catherine Hamilton is one of the artists behind the games Evolution and Oceans. Now, if you've seen the artwork for these games, they are gorgeous. The artwork is probably one of the best things about Evolution, aside from the gameplay. But it, gorgeous artwork, gorgeous artwork. I love the combinations of the bright colors and everything. I believe Catherine also did a little bit on the Deep as well, which also has some pretty good artwork. The Deep is the other half of the decks in Oceans. But the artwork for Oceans, very beautiful, very great, phenomenal. If you guys have seen these games, you know what I'm talking about. But of course, I'm going to put that up here. I'm going to put that up in here. Beautiful artwork, gorgeous. Catherine, you should be very proud of yourself for these 2 beautiful games that you've contributed to, as well as your other works that you have done. Great, gorgeous. Keep up the great work. Number 7, Catherine Hamilton. Okay, so number 6 is Xavier Collette. Xavier is mostly known for, he's done a bunch of different games, but the one that he's mostly known for, the ones that at least I know him from, are Abyss and Obscurio. Abyss has some pretty good artwork in itself, especially with the council members and all that stuff, but Obscurio, that is where it shines. Obscurio, as you know, is like one of those Dixit, like, it's got like those Dixit cards, but they're like circular, and it's got that, gorgeous artwork. Obscurio, Mysterium, he has contributed to all those games. So, you know how good this person is. Beautiful artwork. I swear, like, pretty much out of all the games, you could frame like any piece of artwork from that. Is very beautiful, very vibrant, very colorful, sometimes also very dark. I like the work in shadow work and everything like that. And of course, like I said, I'm going to be putting up some artwork from Abyss and Obscurio so you guys can check them out, so that way you don't just have to take my word for it. But number 6, Xavier Collette. Okay, number 5, Dan May. And Dan is one of the artists behind the game Everdell, as well as the game Flourish. Now, these are both by Starling Games. I'm pretty sure most people have seen Everdell. The artwork in Everdell is beautiful. And like I said, how you could take, how a lot of people say, oh, you could take this artwork and you can frame it and you can put it up somewhere. Well, actually, Dan's artwork, you can take it, you can frame it up, because Starling actually does sell like prints when you go to conventions and stuff like that. Very beautiful, gorgeous artwork. I mean, seriously, I love just looking at the artwork for Everdell and Flourish. Flourish is no different from Everdell when it comes to artwork. Very beautiful. You could definitely tell the detail that went into each card. I just love it. It's so great. I love the landscape. I love the landscapes of Flourish. Oh my gosh, beautiful landscapes. The different flowers in Flourish, all that stuff. So beautiful, so gorgeous. I mean, I just can't talk enough about this. This is so beautiful, which is why I wanted to do this list. It's just, oh, gorgeous artwork. Well done, Dan. Well done. So number 5, Dan May. Okay. The last name I might pronounce wrong, so I do apologize in advance. Number 4 is Julian Duvall. Now, Julian is one of the artists, or the artist, because some of these games have more than one artist. Some of them only have one artist, but Julian did the artwork for Dominion and Citadels. And when I say Citadels, I mean like the older version of Citadels, not the reprint or whatever like that. The one that I featured on my channel. Not the one that Rodney featured on his channel, the one that I featured on my channel with the, that more detailed look, and not the brighter look, the darker look. So like what you would see in like Dominion 1st edition and 2nd edition, and then of course the Citadels that I have, which is somewhere. Oh boy, where's that game? Yeah, it's somewhere around here. Possibly. But both of the artworks for this is very beautiful, very gorgeous. I mean, the artwork for the newer Citadels is very good too, but I need to talk about the older Citadels, because that's the one I have, and that's the one I'm currently talking about. It's somewhere, I swear. But I'm going to talk about Dominion. The artwork in Dominion is very beautiful, very gorgeous. It goes from dark, and gloomy, really gets you to feel that you are in the dark ages, like that. There is a plague going on and stuff. But then there's also like other like lighter colors when they show like a carnival or a fair or something like that. And it's very bright and colorful. And I just love how he managed to do that. Just go from that light to dark on like in different cards. Because usually when I see a card game, if something's going to be dark, it's going to be dark, and it's going to be dark all the way through. If something's going to be light, it's going to be light, and it's going to be light all the way through the game. But this one had a very good combination. It's only dark if it needed to be dark, and it's only light when it needed to be light. Very beautiful, very gorgeous. A lot of the times it just looked like you can just walk in through the card. It was very detailed. Very gorgeous, and of course those character cards that you always see for Citadels, beautiful, and then of course those different locations. Those, I mean, just like with Dominion, it looks like you could go to those places. They look so detailed, beautiful artwork. Love the artwork in both those games. Just gorgeous artwork. So number 4, Julian Duval. Okay, so number 3. This one I'm definitely gonna try. I promise. I'm serious again. So, Apolline Etienne. I hope if I said that wrong, I apologize. But Apolline did the artwork, is mostly known, at least for the games that I've played, the artwork of Living Forest, which is gorgeous, and Haunt the House. Now, I wanted to pick these two because Living Forest is very bright, it's very colorful, it's very beautiful. Now, Haunt the House has like kind of a goofy cartoon, like sometimes there's like goofy cartoons with like the people, the ghost hunters, but with like the locations, they're very gothic, and I love the gothic in that. The artwork in both these games is just great. And it's nice to see an artist who can like expand it. They don't just have to stay to one medium. And I just love the artwork in both these games, Living Forest and Haunt the House. They're just great, beautiful works of art. Kids Table board game, they don't, like, when it comes to the artwork for that, they don't usually go for cheap. It doesn't look like they're going for cheap. They're looking for something that of course will look like it's going to entertain kids, but it definitely looks like it can draw in adults for a lot of the different things. And Haunt the House has great artwork in my opinion. Living Forest, I've played that game a couple times. The artwork is gorgeous. They have like these like spirit cards, and oh my gosh, the artwork for those are just beautiful. It looks like something out of a Studio Ghibli film. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. Fantastic, great, just so gorgeous. So that's why number 3 is Apolline Etienne. Okay, so number 2, I mean, this person, I think a lot of board gamers are very familiar with this artist, Kyle Farron, from Leader Games. Kyle has done artwork for Vast, Oath, Root, Fort, Ahoy. That's the latest one he's done. I love his artwork. It looks, honestly, I swear, one of the things I love about Kyle's work is it looks like something that like a kid kind of drew in a coloring book at first, but then when you look at it, it's actually more detailed than you think. But the artwork, but the thing is, they don't all look the same. Like the artwork in Root is different from the artwork in Fort. Fort looks a lot more childish because that's the kind of thing you're kind of going for. These are children, so you want them to kind of look like a children's drawing. Root has a little more detail to it, but it's still got that like little bit of a sketchy kind of look to it. And Vast has a little more cleaned up look for its artwork as opposed to Root. And then same thing with Oath. They go by based off of the needs, and Kyle really knows how to show the expression of all the different characters on the cards and everything. You know, if anybody who's played any of these games from Leader Games, you know what I'm talking about. Kyle does this just beautiful, beautiful job at all these games. I really highly recommend you check out some of these games. They're a little Leader Games, a little pricey, but they're definitely worth it. I would definitely, if you're new to the hobby though, I would definitely say you should start off with Fort. Fort is a lot more easier to get into. I wouldn't start off with Vast, Root, or Oath. I'm not quite sure about Ahoy because I haven't tried it, but I definitely would stay away from the, I would definitely kind of like lean away from those a bit. And if you're gonna play Root, I would say play 2-player games and just do the Marquis and the Irie. They're a lot more easier to get into the game. And if you do want to get into the game of Root, if you want to learn how to play, I recommend checking out Dire Wolf Digital's digital version of Root. A lot more easier to learn how to play the game. But back to the artist. But yeah, Kyle does a wonderful, wonderful job. I'm so excited. Can't wait to see what the next game by Leader Games is going to be because I can't wait to see more of that Kyle Farron artwork. Number 2, Kyle Farron. Okay, number 1. Of course, if you are a fan of this channel, if you've seen this channel before, it's going to be no surprise who my number 1 favorite artist is. It's Annie Stagg. Annie, you are talented. You always paint such beautiful artwork. She has painted, if you're not familiar with her, she has painted for Forbidden Games. She's done basically every single game that's behind me right here. She's done Raccoon Tycoon, Railroad Rivals, Extraordinary Adventures, Pirates, and of course Lizard Wizard right here. And Mosaic, one of the latest ones from Forbidden Games. She also did the Dungeon Party. I swear, I cannot talk enough about Annie and her artwork. It is beautiful. I'm such a huge fan. Like, it's one of the reasons why I back these, why I get the games by Forbidden Games. It's one of the major reasons. The artwork is so beautiful to look at. If you guys have played any game by Forbidden Games, you know what I'm talking about. They're so beautiful, so gorgeous. I could seriously just stare at the artwork for any one of those games for hours. Especially Lizard Wizard. Oh, where it's like the artwork. Since I did the Kickstarter, the artwork just kind of took over for that. As you can see, I don't have the red sides as the other games do for Lizard Wizard, and that's because I made sure to back this on Kickstarter. Beautiful artwork, lots of detail. The landscape for Raccoon Tycoon, beautiful, gorgeous. I love looking at those locations. The towers for Lizard Wizard, beautiful. Oh, just I love these artworks so much. Just gorgeous, gorgeous artwork. And so that's why number 1 is Annie Stagg. Well, there you go. There's my top 10 board game artists. If there's any artists for any games that you really like, please put them down in the comments below. I'd love to hear you. We need to give these artists some shout out. Gotta give them the love. You know, make sure that they get the they got to get the attention that they deserve, because you know, I started thinking about putting this list together because I remember there's been a discussion going around a lot of convention goers where they should get rid of like the artist section of the board gaming conventions, and it's the artist section and the author section, because sometimes they combine like writers and artists, and they say, well, if we got rid of those guys, we'd have more room for demoing, and then that way we don't have to clog up the stand. And I just wanted to do this because I feel like a lot of artists need to have their recognition, because, you know, these people put a lot of hard work and dedication into their craft, and then these publishing companies are coming along and saying, hey, we like your artwork, we want to put them in our game, we want to put your artwork in our game, we want to like have you paint some stuff for us. And, you know, I just think that these guys deserve this total recognition. So to all you artists I didn't mention in this list, keep up the good work. And if you're an artist but you're not part of the board gaming scene, again, keep up the good work. We do need artists to inspire, because it is a form of art, just like filmmaking, just like, you know, just like acting, just like you know, editing a film. There's all sorts of different ways of expressing artwork, and this is like one of the most classical versions of it. So to all the artists who work on board games and to all the artists who don't, keep up the good work. You are very much appreciated. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, hit that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell to be notified for videos just like this. And if you're feeling in a charitable mood, consider donating to the Asperger Shop. So we've been talking about this all month, but I will go over this. They are their goal is to make sure to find alternative routes of helping mental illness other than a medication route. They do not say that that is the only route, but they definitely want to just give people options. One of the things they specialize in is helping kids with Asperger's. Jordan and I both have Asperger's, so this charity does mean a lot to us, that there are people who are trying to find a way to help people with like Asperger's and who are on the autistic spectrum. So I'll leave a link down in the description below. You can check them out. You can help out by donating or just spreading the word. Everything that you can do, that helps. That all helps just to get the word out there and help out this charity. It's a really good charity. Be on the lookout. But with that being said, be on the lookout for my next top 10s list. But until then, thanks for the views.